Kennedy Ochieng.
Yes.
Welcome to this episode of Diaspora Scholars TV. So we are talking to Kennedy Ochieng, a PhD student in hydrology?
Yeah, geology, School of Geology.
School of Geology.
Geology and Art Sciences.
That's the School of Geology and Art Sciences?
Yes.
And your PhD is in?
My PhD is in geology, but application of deep learning techniques in hydrology.
Oh, okay.
So my research will mostly be in flooding.
Oh, wow.
So flood modeling and understanding more about floods and how they occur, and also now the input will be based on algorithms developed through deep learning techniques.
Oh,
yes.
That's very, sounds like an innovative area. And also about, related also to climatic changes of what is going on currently in the world,
that's
true.
The
new flooding, zones in many countries. Interesting. So, in which university are you? Is it West Virginia University?
Yeah, I'm at West Virginia University, Eberly College. So this is actually my first semester. So
okay.
I'm trying to build. I've been juggling all about classes and everything else, but
and also adjusting to a student life in the US.
It's different.
It's
student
different.
Life in the US is super different compared to what we're used to as a normal student would do. What we know a normal student, it's school and going to the house.
Yeah.
But in the US, you're more of a citizen, a tax-paying citizen, than a student. You have to juggle in between the two because you have to file your taxes. Yes, you have a scholarship. You have to file your taxes. You have to pay for your tuition fees. You have to. It's a lot. You have to go for your shopping. You go back to the house and cook and everything else. So you're generally living. You have to. Here you have to buy a car for you to survive. In most places, like where I was previously, you just get a bike.
Where were you previously?
I did my master's in the Netherlands.
Oh, the Netherlands.
Yes.
So you've lived in Europe. So basically, you are comparing life as a as a student in the Netherlands and now as a student in the US.
It's different.
Yeah.
Life in school as a student in the Netherlands, almost let's say a student in Kenya.
Okay.
Your life is school, and basically school and the house and the hostel. There we have hostels and small hotels. But here you have to rent a house, you have to pay your bills, you have your electricity bill to pay, you have to pay your taxes. Remember, they deduct taxes from your scholarship. So at the end of the year, you have to file your W-2s. And if you owe the government, you have to pay them back. So
wow. So that was not the case in the Netherlands. Netherlands, you rent an apartment or a hostel, all bills included.
Yeah, actually most international students in Europe, you live in hostels designated by the university. Okay. And some of them are university property. So in there, you are given your money, but your stipend at the end of the month, but you just pay the rent. Oh, okay. And the rent, you don't file taxes in the Netherlands yet. But here you file the taxes. If you have any other thing, electricity and the internet, you have to pay all that by yourself. So this is more like living,
More like living.
This is more real life compared to Europe.
So basically, what I'm hearing from you, Kennedy, is that the first semester you've basically been adjusting, and recalibrating because you've moved from the Netherlands, and I like the way you keep saying it's different instead of saying it's difficult.
So what I'm saying is different. When I first went to the Netherlands, when you get some of those governments, it was a Dutch scholarship under NFP. Okay. So
where NFP stands for
National Fellowship Program. Yes. So under NFP, you find everything was catered for, even your ticket. So they cater for your tickets, and the schools where you get admission, they almost make arrangements for your accommodation and everything else. So you'll go there, you find they have a hotel, a designated place where you have to live for almost 1 year. So from there is the contract is, everything is planned for. But here, when I left Kenya and got here, I landed through Chicago, then Charleston.
Oh my God! Chicago is a nightmare of an airport.
Yes,
to come to the
so
the first time.
Yes, so by the time my flight was getting to Charleston, it was almost 9 p.m., 9:30. I had to take a hotel.
That's Charleston, West Virginia.
West Virginia, yes. Actually, it was my fault because I was supposed to land in Pittsburgh. And I thought because of my status of the F2, and you know, immigration, the U.S. immigration laws are kind of strict. Sometimes you might go and let's say you want to land in, I didn't know a lot of issues about it. You might want to go and land in Dallas, and the immigration officer might ask you, why are you landing in Dallas and your school is in West Virginia? So I tried as much as possible to get an airport that is within the state. So the closest one I could get within the state, it was in Charleston,
which is further away than Pittsburgh.
4 hours bus drive. So
Pittsburgh is only 1 hour away from Morgantown.
Yes, and actually, if I would have known, I would have used it as my
final
destination.
Because it's an international airport.
Yes. So now, some few weeks before
that's around September, August.
No, actually, no, it's December.
Oh, you came in December 2024.
I was here on Christmas Day.
Oh, you came.
Everybody was,
and it's cold. It's freezing.
Yes, everybody was. I think they had gone for holidays. It was a desert town. You could hardly find people outside. So when I landed, I landed in Charleston. I spent an evening there, and then I started my journey.
It was expensive the first day to...
Oh, let me tell you, coming to the US for study, most scholarships, they don't take care of those types.
They don't take care of normal logistics and travel and work.
Yes, and when I was inquiring about accommodation, more like the West Virginia, they don't have accommodation for... they call them non-resident students. So they don't have a hotel that is run by the university at a subsidized rate, where you can maybe come and spend some few days there before you move out. So I had to stay in that hotel in a hotel somewhere in Westover. Westover is the other side of Morgantown.
It's expensive.
It was expensive. It was expensive. Actually, when I was leaving Kenya, I had saved some cash. So I was paying around almost $70 per night.
Wow.
And this is just accommodation. And, you know, the breakfast there is a glass of apple juice and bagels. So it was
total
it was, and make matters worse, by the time it was getting to January, it was even getting colder. Now it was almost snowing. So I spent there a couple of days trying to find accommodation.
Oh, while at the hotel?
Yes. So I would walk around. I would take the bus. By then, I didn't have a student card. You know, here when you have a student card,
it's easier to jump onto a bus.
But there you have to pay, and every ride is like 75 cents, and you have to load the card for you to move around. So I juggled in between the hotel and looking for an accommodation. And
it's not easy to find without any identification and social security.
They have to look at also your background, your you know how people find
criminal background, financial background,
exactly.
You know.
Yes. Yeah. So I finally found a house after almost 10 days. And
oh my goodness!
Eating McDonald's.
You did? Oh Lord!
And Domino's pizza for a full week. So I found a place, and I had to find a guarantor. Luckily, I have an elder sibling here.
Okay.
But he's far down in Dallas. So he was my guarantor. And
when you think of it, you'd have just flown to Dallas.
Yeah, but the problem was my school was starting my contract according to my GRA, or I'm a GRA. I'm a graduate research assistant. Yeah. The start date of my contract was January 2nd. I was here on 25th.
So that's a short time. You need to come and find accommodation so that you get started.
Settle, get to know the way around here. So I had no choice. I had to be here and here on time. And looking at the plane tickets from here to Dallas, they are almost $800 going to Dallas.
Oh, yeah. You'd rather find and pay for a house.
You'd rather find a house and pay here. So I found a place and paid, and after 2-3 days, we started school. So I found a house on 4th, which was 2 days late. Luckily, the semester was starting out around, I think, 6th or...
the first days is, just settling in. And,
So, that's how I started life here.
You had no idea there are any Kenyans at Western Virginia University?
Oh, that was the other problem. I went on where did I go? I went on Facebook to find if I could see anything or anybody who could give me leads on how to find a house and everything else. I couldn't.
Wow.
So I went to YouTube. So funny enough, I found your video.
You found my video?
I found your video. So there was
you found a Diaspora Scholars TV video.
That was one of the only comprehensive, and it was kind of, I think it was...
Who was the person on the video?
There's a PhD student called Stephen Dongo.
Stephen Dongo.
Yes.
I interviewed Stephen Dongo. He's doing a PhD in history.
Yeah, very, very, very welcoming guy. And
my video was the link to Kenyans in West Virginia University.
So you know what I did when I saw your interview?
Oh my God. That's good. It makes me feel really happy.
You are doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
So when I found your interview, I went to the school account and looked for the existing students.
You'll find them.
Yeah, I looked for Stephen's email. And I was like, Stephen, hey, I'm Kennedy. I'm a new student here. Could you show me around or introduce me to 1 or 2 things? I need to find a place. I haven't had ugali for almost 15 days. And let me tell you, you can't live by junk food.
You can't live by what they call food. No, it's junk food.
Actually, I don't believe they eat that food all the time.
No, it's a snack. It's not a snack. It's supposed to be a fast food.
Yeah, you'll only wish for a burger if you'll have it twice a week or once a week or even once a month. But when it becomes the only option you have, that you take burgers every day, you won't survive. I don't think you'll survive.
You felt like
I felt, I don't know. I felt I'd been dropped somewhere and I couldn't find direction.
Wow.
Yeah, and the guys, I tried talking them out at the hotel to give me a subsidized rate because I was still finding my way.
They could not even... Now,
this is America. Everything is money.
Yeah. So and you are in West Virginia where there are less people of color.
Yeah. It's according to some video I saw on I think on Instagram. We are the whitest state in
West Virginia.
Is the whitest.
Is the most white in.
They say.
Not that they can't help you, but you are new in the U.S.
I was new, and what I saw there is they're almost 97% whites here. So, but lucky, one thing I can say, people here are very friendly.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Super friendly, super welcoming. I believe it's the cold also.
I think there was the culture shock, the cold, your comparison of Europe and here, comparison of Africa and the US. Yeah. So you are undergoing a lot of emotions at the same time.
Yeah, somehow the cold weather makes people chilled. I don't know.
Some people say that it makes people depressed.
That's true. People are more chilled and everybody's about their business.
Yeah.
So I found it very chill.
Tell me about when you saw the video. So you saw the video, then you saw the name, then you went to the website, to the school website, found Stephen Dongo's number or email.
Yeah.
You emailed him and then?
I emailed him and told him if possible we can meet. And he was like, hey, we can meet before the semester.
He's a very good guy.
Yeah, he is. He's very welcoming. He told me we can talk and everything else. But let me tell you, I didn't see Stephen for 1.5 months.
Wow.
We would talk, and funny enough, our Eberly College, the building, the Brooks Hall where my classes are,
where history?
No, it's his office or his places where the student halls where he is a TA is roughly 50 meters away from each other.
Wow.
But we never met with Stephen.
Oh, really?
No. We only met with